Welcome to another episode of I'm a Black Woman. Yes, I Matter. I'm your host, Kwamara Denise. I want to give a special shout out to the Miami-Dade Economic Advocacy Trust for putting together this series for Black Business Month. We are celebrating, highlighting Black women-owned, led, and founded businesses in South Florida. I got my girl here, Danielle P. Jeter, affectionately known as Jeter. Hey, girl.
Hi, this is amazing. How are you doing? Thanks for having me.
Oh my God, so happy that you found the time for us to be here together. So let's get into it. Why don't you tell the folks a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. So I am Danielle Jeter, originally from Philadelphia, and currently I reside here in Miami, Florida. But I am a business coach, brand strategist, speaker, and podcaster. And my entire mission is to really help women owned and Black and Brown owned businesses tell their stories and scale to 6 and 7 figures so that they can go to 8 and 9 and continue to really impact our bottom line and our economy, the Black economy, and creating opportunities and legacies for our young people and just for our entire ecosystem. So I'm super excited to really partner with organizations and entrepreneurs, companies, corporations to really pour into people in the space of entrepreneurship. I bring to the table 15 years of experience in public relations, marketing, and branding. So that's a smidget about me.
A little smidgen, y'all.
A little smidget.
But I love that let's talk about. And you don't have to tell us all about the 15 years, but let's talk a little bit about your entrepreneurial journey, where you currently are, and then where you hope to go. As as I said, it's a journey, right? We're in the middle of it right now. No matter how successful we are, there's always the next goal that we're looking forward to, always the next vision that we have. So you can tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, sis, you bring up an excellent point. It is entrepreneurship journey, and I'm blessed to be on this journey. Mine's got started at a young age. So I was hustling, in middle school and high school, and I turned that hustle into an LLC at 19 years old. And so I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit. And at Spelman College, I launched my business. I took the last year, decided to not go back to the dance team. I was an African American studies major with a double major in theater arts and dance. And I said, you know what? It's a recession. I have no idea what's going to happen once I graduate from this amazing institution with this awesome and expensive degree. I'm finna start a business. And that's what I did. I started that business. I took some business classes and I started out as a event planner, and I did a event production company called AOI Events and PR. And thanks to all of the great supporters, all of the great clientele, event attendees over the years, partners, collaborators, and most important, God, that business, today is 15 years old and it is thriving. It is a multiple six-figure business, and I'm just grateful for my entrepreneurship journey. It has opened up doors that I would have never imagined and opportunities for me all over the world.
What gave you the insight at 19 to be like, you know what, let me formalize this and create an LLC? Because to your point, there's a lot of folks in our community that are amazing hustlers, but don't necessarily get the paperwork and everything together so that they can then truly scale to that 6, 7, 8, and 9 figure beyond.
You know what? I often think to myself, what was my 19, 20-year-old mind thinking? Because I have no idea how I thought of all of these things. I really don't know, so I can really only, attest that to the grace of God, but also just having a mother who instilled in me to operate out of excellence. And so because of that, I always gravitated to environments that would make me better, that would help me grow, and people who would level me up and not allow me to make excuses, but to hold me accountable. And so when you have that type of environment around you, you're bound to continue to reach to your highest potential.
I think the accountability piece is one that is often overlooked. The idea of finding a tribe, a network, a village that will hold you accountable, that will level you up, that will say, hey, did you actually do the things that you said you were going to do? And you seem to have created spaces where people are going to be held accountable as they're trying to think about leveling up their business. Can you talk a little bit more about what those spaces look, feel, and sound like?
Yeah, so I'm super excited to be talking about this because this is a brand new part of my business journey and my the offerings that I have. And so I'm grateful that I can share with people that I provide coaching programs, one of which is a monthly mastermind, is virtual. And we meet up on the third Tuesday of every month at 7 o'clock. And that space, we virtually mastermind our businesses. So no restriction to location, no restriction to time zone. Wherever you are, you can meet up with us. And in particular, when I'm doing coaching and training sessions, I focus and start with managing of self and mastering the mind. So we always have to work on self and organize ourselves and really examine our behavioral activities and the things that are a part of our life that won't get us to the next level. And I often tell, my coaching clients and the different people in my community that when you want to level up to whatever that next level is, let's just say it's 6 and 7 and 8 figures, you literally have to die to your old self. You have to kill those habits and create new successful habits that's going to take you over the hump. And 50% of the work is within you, and that's self-work. It's not the skill. It's not the marketing strategies. It's not any of that. It's you being ready for those doors to open. So I always start with that. We also offer one-on-one coaching as well. So I have a marketing and sales accelerator. That accelerator is fire. If you really want to accelerate, don't get to the 4-week one-on-one marketing and sales accelerator where I personalize a marketing and sales strategy just for you. I hold you accountable every 2 weeks and we get it done, so I love that. And then we do in-person events, the quarterly masterminds. These are travel experiences. This is for the people who want to have human connection, who want to get into the room, because the transformation is in the room. And we are going to be taking this experience in many different countries. So right now we're here in Miami, Florida, but the next one is going to be in Accra, Ghana.
I love that. Oh my God. And you're going across the diaspora. That is amazing, making those beautiful connections. Danielle, you are giving so much to others. How do you pour it into yourself? How do you make sure that you are coming from a full cup, that you are also holding yourself accountable and thinking about, man, I'm doing the best thing for Danielle that I can be doing?
That's a really great question. So there's no shortage of that for me. Luckily in this season of my life, I am my number one priority and my only responsibility being, a single woman with no children. So I do have the time available to prioritize my morning success routine that I do every single morning. So I prioritize the first 3 hours of my day. Mine is a little excessive, y'all. I know your morning routine do not have to be 3 hours. This is my personal routine. I am very obsessive with it, but it allows me that time, like you said, to pour into myself. So I love to meditate. I do affirmations. I even have an affirmation track on my YouTube channel. So y'all check that out. I also journal. I read. I pray. I work out. And I make sure that my space is clean. I like to make sure that my apartment is tidy, and just taking that time to visualize. And I love being at the water. So I'm constantly on my workout game. My friends call me in the morning. Did you do your workout? How was your workout? Because if you see me on Instagram, I'm probably going to be in a workout outfit getting it done. So that's how I keep myself together. My friends be like, somebody was like, so did you become like a fitness instructor? I was like, no, I just work out.
So you talked a little bit about, obviously you had a PR and an event firm, and then this is a new aspect to your business. What made you go ahead and decide to add these offerings to the community?
They needed it. And I discovered that through my own process of doing about 100 sales calls, where I just got on the phone with people who were, subscribed to my business, and I just checked in with them to see how business was going. And this was post-pandemic, so it was still a little tough for some people. And the biggest hurdle for women-owned and Black-owned businesses to scale is marketing. Marketing is one of those things that they don't have the extra capacity or capital to invest in. And so who does that affect? Me as a marketer. You can't employ my business or do services with my business if you don't have generating income coming in. You can't afford marketing. And so I saw that as a need. And because I had invested in myself going through many masterminds, I am sold out to the mastermind concept. I really do think that anybody who is on the success trait of being a multimillionaire and billionaire need to invest in being a part of a mastermind. And for me, it took me to my next level. So I said, well, let me create this same environment because I was able to go get the information and I see my community needs it. So I'll make sure that I create this. And so I've noticed that. I've noticed the limiting beliefs, the fears,
Mm.
um, and also the laziness, also the not being committed, the excuses, all of those things. I'm like, these people need a coach. They don't need no market. They don't need marketing. Y'all need a coach. So let's get this together so we can all advance our community. Because what's better than one millionaire? 100.
Mastermind is so key to your success. Can you tell people what's different about a mastermind versus just going to a class or a conference or a workshop? What makes the actual thing a mastermind?
That's a really great question, and that's one that we all need to know. So, masterminds typically you are investing at a high ticket. My masterminds have been anywhere from $25,000, $5,000 for the day, $8,000 for a weekend. So, right then and there, you're weeding out people, because the people who are going to invest $25,000 to get into the room, they some serious people. When you pay attention. And so now you're teaming up with like-minded people who believe in investing. Those are going to be the modern day millionaires. These are the people that are going to be rising to the top. This is the top 1% of successful people, because they understand the value in investing in themselves. And the thing about investing is you get a return on it. So you can't look at investing at that level as, oh my gosh, I got to spend this money. No, you are investing in yourself. Once you get into the room, there you're going to get better information, and it's better rooms. So these are rooms that do not have fluff. They're not giving you generic information. This is not this place where you're going to get a motivational speak and an inspiration. Y'all should be inspired. You need to come for the information and for the troubleshooting of your business. So you go to a mastermind to figure out, hey, what are the holes in my business? And what hole do I need to plug in order to get me to my next level? Because hitting six figures is just a turn here, a turn there, a fix here, a fix there. But if you don't know, if you don't get around other masterminds and you don't get access to that level of information, you could be a hamster spinning around in your wheel and never make it because of one small tweak in your business. So it's a breeding ground for success. It's a place where it's not a stage and an audience. It's less of that. It's more of a round table of like, we're all here invested. I want to see you win. Your success is my success. And everybody's in this space of giving and investing. Everybody comes with a level of expertise at the table, and we're all there literally on a mission to fire up and to get out of here. So in masterminds, you're going to find your next business partner. You're going to find your investor. You're going to find clients. You're going to find people who are going to patronize your business. You might find your husband. Okay. You're going to find a very vital part of your life in that room. Those are and the thing about masterminds is, we're promoting our mastermind. We're putting it out to the public and we're allowing people to come in, but they do have to go through a process to get into the room. But essentially, masterminds, you really have to be invited to the room, and so I'm a little bit kind with my mastermind. My mastermind is it's not as expensive. It is, we brought the prices to a place where it's reasonable, but honestly, I might need to tighten up a little bit and get a little bit more serious in order to because people need that. You need that. If you have never invested at that level, you ain't never got that scared. I was scared when I paid $5,000 at the door to go to an event. I was like, let me pray about this. And I prayed about it, and I looked at my account and it was there, and I was like, well, I guess I got it. I mean, all right. And so, I always advise people, when you are investing in something, especially for the first time, and it's going to take you out your comfort zone, you need to stay in the moment now. Do you have the money to invest today? Don't think about next month. Don't think about what you need to do in 6 months. If you have it today, just live for today. Tomorrow's going to figure itself out, and you're going to make the money right back. Literally, I made all my money back, and more. I made more money when I invested at that level.
And I think that's a good point. I remember those moments where I've definitely paid for some high ticket items for my business and been like, is this really what we're doing? But it's worthwhile. And when I think about how I prioritize spending, if any of us did this, have our come to Jesus moment and looked at our budget and realized we actually spend thousands of dollars on things that don't necessarily enhance our business, our lives. It might enhance our experience. I like to go out and have fun. So that's where a lot of my money sometimes ends up going. But
exactly.
if I take that money and rebudget it and repurposed it, could you imagine? So I say to folks, just think about that. It's not that you don't have it. It's a matter of prioritizing. Your budget always lets you know what you think is important and what you're prioritizing in your life. So thank you so much for saying that, Danielle. So speaking of masterminds, we are partnered together on the mastermind here in Miami. I'm really, really excited to be part of this experience. Danielle, Gina Experience, which I know is fire because we're already friends. And so I just know that it's going to be amazing. Can you just tell the folks a little bit more about what they can expect?
This is everything you need in your life at this moment in time. So I'm super excited that we have this experience, that you were able to partner with me on it and bring more of South Florida here, into Meetup2Millions Mastermind. What I like about this is that people fly in from all over the country. So you're going to meet somebody that new. You're probably going to meet an entire room of people who you don't know before. So that's a plus right there. The networking is going to be amazing. On day one, we have our welcome reception, which we call deal flow. So this is the moment where we're ushering in deal flow. And literally, we're creating an environment for everybody to broker deals, make deals this weekend, and go home with something new. So we're going to charge that atmosphere up on day one, fly in, everybody fly in, and they're going to check into their hotel, which is Yotel in downtown Miami. And then Friday, so Thursday, it starts April 17th. Where am I? Thursday, it starts on August the 17th. Then we go to Friday, August the 18th. And that is the actual mastermind. We're going to be together all day from 9 a.m. Well, let's say 8 a.m. doors open to 6 p.m. This is not a conference where you can come in and out. If you're coming to mastermind your business, just be committed to being there all day, because the moment you leave, you're going to miss something. So during that day, we're going to have one-on-one sessions. We're going to be doing troubleshooting, Q&As, hot seats, coaching. In the moment, we're going to have other experts who are going to speak on various topics. We're going to have a live podcast stage. We're going to be creating content. We're going to be troubleshooting your business. We're going to be giving you direct strategy. It's going to be intense. This is an opportunity for you to be the CEO for the day and work on your business and not in your business. And a lot of people don't have an opportunity to do that, and they don't take advantage of that. This is the day where you can sit back, examine your entire business. You're going to be on your computer, executing the play. You're going to be getting play after play after play after play. And the whole object of the game is for us to increase your bottom line. We want to teach you how to make money in your business. So we cover everything from the success blueprint to the scaling blueprint, to the mindset and the wellness of the entrepreneur, your marketing strategies, your marketing budget, your sales tactics, your funding, your wealth, mergers and acquisitions, literally a lot of high level information. And it might feel like it's going to go over your head, but it's the perfect information that you need for the day. Friday night, you're on your own. At that point, my brain is fried. So I take a moment to replenish myself, and I just go in my room and I close the door so I can come back to you guys on Saturday. On Saturday, we're going to do a viral content workshop teaching you how to create tasty content on your phone. And what's better than the backdrop of Miami vibes? We're going to have the exotic cars. We're going to have the yacht. We're going to go to the beach. We're going to get the Sprinter van. So we're going to make a movie on that particular day. And we're also going to do a meditation and yoga wellness session. That's going to be a community day. So even if you're not a part of the mastermind, you can certainly come out and meditate with us and be a part of the community day. And then that's everything, guys. That's the yacht, the photo shoot. That's everything. And that's how we end on Saturday. And, we leave you with gifts. We leave you with opportunities to continue to work with us long term, to stay with us. And so the whole object of the game is that you leave with a deal, and that you learn how to make more deals in your business so that we can increase your profit to at least $10,000 a month. And then, we 10x that.
I love that. And that's not just everything. That is like amazing, right? Like you're getting so much information, jam-packed information, jam-packed connections, networking, all high level, because we just believe in Black excellence. We know that we're an excellent people. We know that we're an excellent community. And when we come together and create our economic ecosystems of impact and sustainability, no one can stop us. No one can stop us. Danielle, thank you so much. How can people keep in contact with you?
Please follow me right here on my Instagram handle at DPJeter. Click the link in my bio. There you'll find all of the offerings and different programs and different ways that you can get my information, get my courses, talk to me, tag me, and work with me. If you DM me the word millions, I know you're ready to do business. That is the key word to get my attention. You DM me the word millions, I know you're ready to have a conversation. We'll figure out what that looks like. Definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel, Danielle Page Jeter. And the website is Meetup2Millions Mastermind.com.
Again, I want to just thank the Miami-Dade Economic Advocacy Trust for this awesome partnership. Until next time, peace.